Good morning, judges. This is Katie Rodriguez with the ACMS Tech Team. I will be covering a few topics I hope will help you in your day-to-day activities working with ACMS. The topics for today are how to upload and mail ad hoc letters, the different ways to upload attendees and why that's important, how to update a decision prior to release, and how to upload a corrected decision or clerical error letter for a decision that has already been released. As always, if you have other topics you would like short trainings on, please reach out to either your PJ or the ACMS team, and we'd be glad to provide those for you. So let's get started. For this training, we're going to be following one appeal for Mr. George Jetson. And like many of your cases, this appeal will have multiple issues to be handled. As an ALJ, there's many reasons you may want to upload a letter. Letters can be uploaded anytime before the appeal is closed. So first, you're going to write your letter on State Hearings letterhead, and then make sure that you save that to your computer as a PDF. In order to do that, you click File, Save as Adobe PDF, and then find a place where you want to keep it. Click Save. This is going to convert your Word document into a PDF, which will appear looking like this. Now we're going to access George Jetson's appeal. We will travel to the Documents tab, click the plus new sign, and fill out all of the required fields. For an ALJ ad hoc letter, you're going to want to select the category of letter/notification. This will ensure that ACMS will send out the letter for you. The type of letter will be ALJ letter, and you can title it anything you like. From here, we're going to click Browse to locate the PDF copy of that letter. For mail sent, we're going to mark No. This will tell ACMS to package up this letter and put it together with the nightly batch to be sent for mailing in the morning. And click Save. ACMS will do the rest for you. It will package overnight and be sent in the mail the following morning. If the claimant has email as their notification preference, then the physical letter will not be mailed out, but an email notification will be sent to the claimant. Now let's travel to the Hearing tab. We'll say that today is the date of our hearing. I'm going to go ahead and select our hearing and start hearing, assuming you've already prepared for it by reading the SOP, etc. Say yes to the recording and hold our hearing. From here, I'm going to mark it Heard Closed Record and Save. So now we will say that we have written our decision, and we need to go and update the attendees and the exhibits on the Hearing tab. So I'm going to click on the Hearing tab, select the hearing, and scroll to the bottom. This is the widget bar, and this is actually a person with a number 3 over it. I'm going to click on this person's icon. This gives me a list of suggested individuals. So this is what ACMS has in its system already, and you get to decide whether or not these persons attended or did not attend. The reason that marking attendees is so important is because marking the attendees has an effect on the decision cover page. The AR and the primary hearing rep, or the hearing rep that attends, if marked correctly, will appear on the decision cover page when your decision is released. If they're not marked correctly, then our cover page is actually incorrect and a corrected decision would have to be generated. In this case, we'll say that the claimant appeared. So click on the claimant, highlights the claimant blue, and I'm going to click Add Contact /Claimant as an attendee. It changes the is attendee column to yes, and we're good to go for George Jetson. Let's also say that the primary hearing representative appeared. So we'll click on that, mark yes, to add contact claimant as an attendee. Now, the difference between an attendee and a contact. An attendee is somebody who does not have a legal right to any information in this appeal. So this would be like a witness, a social worker, an interpreter, those sorts of attendees. Adding a new contact, that would be somebody that does have a legal right to the information on this appeal. Let's say that George Jetson brought an additional authorized representative that's not listed here currently. We would click Add a New Contact because this person would have access or legal right to access the information on this appeal. We'll select Authorized Representative, whether, let's say, it's an other individual like a friend, and we'll say Judy Jetson is here. Preferred contact method, their email address, phone number where they can be reached, and click Save. Now this adds Judy Jetson to the list of individuals that are suggested here. It does not mark them as attending yet. So we'll have to select Judy Jetson. It turns blue. Then we click Add Contact Claimant as an attendee. And that changes the attendee column to yes for Judy Jetson. Now let's say that you also had a witness. This person would not have a legal right to any of the information in ACMS. So this is only an attendee, not a contact. So we would click the box, or check the box rather, for Add New Attendee. Select the type of attendee, which would be a witness. First name, last name. You could say organization. You could add phone if you like, and that they attended over the phone. From here, once we have all the information filled out, we're going to click Add New Attendee. And we can see that Joe Smith has been put down here as a witness and that they have attended. To get out of this spot here, you can uncheck the Add New Attendee, and it goes back to the way it was before. If we want to say that the authorized representative that's listed here, Laura Graver, she also attended, we'll click on that one. It turns blue. Click Add Contact Claimant as an attendee. Now we've finished entering our attendees for this appeal. Next is to mark our exhibits. We'll click on the paper icon at the bottom of your screen. That brings up ACMS's suggested list of documents that are associated with this appeal for you. In order to mark them as an exhibit, you want to click anywhere other than the blue. So we will say here on this type column, it turns the whole line blue, and then we will click Update Document. We'll scroll down to the bottom, and where it says Make Document an Exhibit, we will mark that as yes, and that will open up additional fields. You will enter in your exhibit number and the evidence submitted by, whether it's the claimant or the county. Please disregard this if this is incorrect. I'm just selecting whatever to enter something, and click Save. Now you can see that your exhibit number is listed and the evidence submitted by is also listed. You would do this for each of the items that are listed in here that you are entering in as an exhibit. To get rid of this pop-up, you can simply click on the paper icon again, or you can scroll up and click on the little X in the upper right-hand corner. Now let's say that several days have passed and it's time for us to upload our decision. And access your case either by going to your pending decision queue or typing it in on the home page. You'll see that the decision tab is open because we have closed our hearing. So click on your decision tab, click plus new, and let's say that I am selecting draft, CDSS, and I browse to grab my decision document. Compliance is not required. I'm going to say that this is a denial. We'll select denial, enter in my issue code, and click save. Now some of you may have noticed that I erroneously selected draft. This happens on occasion, and ACMS team will get some emails asking for us to change it. Just want to let you know that it's very simple for you to do. If you go to the decision tab, just click on the action, and there are some options for you. You could either cancel this altogether if you're not ready to upload it as final yet, or you can just simply select decision final and click save. Now this has changed your decision from draft to final, and it has created a QA task for SHD staff to review. Now let's say that you'll see here, I uploaded an incorrect decision. So judges have the opportunity to update this decision anytime prior to the release of the decision. Stay on the decision tab, notice where the file is, where it's blue, and just below that is update. Click on update, browse your computer for the correct decision, select it, click OK, scroll to the bottom. Oh, you don't even need to save. You'll know that it's taken, that it has overlaid the new decision, the new correct decision, on top of the incorrect one. And you can tell that by the version here. It says V1.1. The original is version 1.0. So if you see the version 1.1, you know that that new decision is on top of the old one. At this point, QA staff would go ahead and release this decision. So let's pretend that we are QA staff. They're reviewing it, they release it, and it's gone. Once a decision is released, we can't delete it or correct it. If something is incorrect, we'll have to do a corrected decision. The reason for that is that once a decision is released, that version of the decision will show up on the decision registry, which is public to anybody who wants to review our decisions. It peels off the cover page and it puts the content of your decision in this database. When we do a corrected decision, it replaces the decision on the decision registry with the corrected decision that you have uploaded. We'll go over that next. For this example of uploading a corrected decision, we have appeal for Judy Jetson. Judy Jetson, the decision was uploaded and released. However, if we look at the decision, we can see where it says attendees, nobody is listed here. So in this case, I forgot to mark the attendees before uploading and releasing the decision. So this will have to be corrected. It can only be corrected through a corrected decision or clerical error letter since the decision has been released. So let's go to the hearing. We're going to correct what's wrong on this particular case first. So I'm going to mark the attendees. And we'll say that the claimant was an attendee. The primary hearing representative was an attendee, and the authorized rep attended as well. So now that those corrections have been made, I can go ahead and go to the decision tab, and upload a new corrected decision. We do this even if the error is only found on the cover page. So we travel to the Decision tab. We select New Decision. Decision type is going to be corrected. Decision authority is CDSS for this one. And then this gives you the opportunity to upload a clerical error document. So this would be a document that you have written already and saved onto your computer. I have a sample here. And then you will upload your decision document. Now in this case, the decision that we released earlier was fine. It was only the cover page that had an error. So I'm going to upload the same decision. And for compliance required, we'll say no. Hearing, filling out the rest of the required fields. And then we will click Save. Once it's saved, it does go through QA again, quality assurance again. So we'll pretend that this is the QA person who has reviewed it and is releasing it. And just a reminder, that's not something that you would do. QA staff actually does it for you. So now if we go to the Documents tab and we look at the corrected decision, you can see here there's corrected. Click on that and pull it up. It starts off with your clerical error letter, or the letter that you write explaining what the error was on the decision. Then it has the appeal rights, and then goes to the cover page. And now we can see that the correct attendees are listed on the cover page. It attaches a copy of your decision. And then at the end of it, it attaches the original decision with a void watermark on it. So that concludes our mini training for today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the ACMS team at acms.dss.ca.gov or send us an email directly. Thank you for your attention and have a great day.